Everybody loves somebody sometimes, as the old saying goes. In every human being there is a strong need to be important and to know that somebody cares for you. We also need somebody to care for. There is another side of a human being, and that is a need for physical gratification, which is sex. This subject now under consideration is whether you need sex more than love or love more than sex, and we do it astrologically. Come along. Ares the Ram, ruled by the planet Mars, god of war. Aries is a fire sign, the sign of sexual energy. You do not consider love and sex as being necessarily inseparable. If you have no man of your own, you won't feel anything about taking someone else's just for the sake of having him. It sounds harsh to say that you need sex more than love, but in a sense this is true. Being an independent and self-reliant woman. Because you are self-reliant, you have a compassion for sex. Aries women are very optimistic about sex, but once she loses this optimism, she is really licked. Aries women love to excel in many areas as possible, and sex happens to be one of them. With all the energies they possess, the gratification of sex and passion is like Mother Nature growing whenever the occasion calls. Aries women are attracted to sexy Leos and fiery Sagittarius. Aries the Ram, the planet of sexual energy. Taurus, the bull, ruled by the planet Venus, goddess of love and beauty. Taurus women are conservative and possessive. The thought of sex without love violates her sense of right and wrong. She does not feel relaxed in a relationship where there are no binds on her male companion. You see, she is very, very deeply passionate. Her nature is gentle and warm. And once once her sexual nature has been aroused, her companion's desire for her grows like the branches on a tree. They have a tremendous amount of sex drive. They can drive a man out of his mind either mentally or physically. Taurus women can be stubborn. Sometimes they try to make great love out of what cannot be. Taurus women move very rapidly to find that basic need, love, as well as sex. Taurus women are attracted to the conservative Capricorns and those considerate Virgos. From the feminine gender of the bull, they are known as the sweet heifers. Gemini, ruled by the planet Mercury, an air sign, a very intellectual planet in the solar system. It is unnecessary to tell you what to do during the period that you don't have a man of your own. The truth is that you need less love and sex than other signs. But I must admit, you need companionship. As for sex, your need is intermediate. You are likely to feel few moral twinges about satisfying your sexual urge. Some chance companion who happens to arouse your interest. In fact, you may also prefer it in a way that your sign is not noted for. Faithfulness and romantic attachments. The only problem for you might arise when you are so absorbed in your romance that you fail to keep your old friendships. When back in circulation, you find you have no one to run away with or around with. Even for a friendly Gemini, this is a possibility. Especially if you love where there is no one around that you can share and understand the meaning of your mind. Since you are highly intellectual, it is very hard for someone to reach your plane of thinking. That is the reason why sex is so unnecessary. It is not the most important thing in your life. You are here today and gone tomorrow like the air, the wind. You blow east, blow west, blow south, blow north. Whichever way you choose to go, it always seems to be the right way and the long way. It will be that companion that will give you that love and satisfaction that you need. You will find the person that will fill the gap that has been missing for years. And then you will so be very happy. You will find the meaning of life and the meaning of love and sex. Just think, if it were not for sex, you would not have been here. So share and let someone else come here and enjoy the beautifications that were given to us by the Almighty. Cancer, a water sign, ruled by 306 degrees, the moon. You are very romantic, but neither love nor sex is important as having a home and a family. You are gentle and kind. Some of you are emotionally insecure. Basic need is to love and care for someone, preferably children, relatives, friends, and even a stranger. Always let me love you, let me love you, never let me go. That is your motto of your soul, my Cancer. You need someone to hold you tight. If anyone ever breaks your heart, you suffer deeply. Your love as deep as all the fathoms of the sea you give. You are a crab, you hold on, sometimes too tight. But you act like you want to bite. But it would be of sweetness and kindness. My Cancerian woman. Leo, the lion, ruled by the sun, the planet that rules the heart, which makes it quite obvious if they are lovers. You know, your need for love is very great, and you're only at your best when you're surrounded by a warm glow of admiration and affection. you're a healthy, energetic sign. Your need for sex is also strong, but sex alone will not satisfy you. You are not calculating enough to consider sexual adventures without love as a way of purely satisfying a physical need, nor passionate enough to take sex under any circumstances where you find it. A full social life will provide you with the admiring audience that Leos always need. They need to be surrounded with people who generate love. Audience applause pacify you. They give you sexual energy to spread your love. You spread your love with great joy, meaning, and feeling. Leo women are concerned, and with a promising new romantic prospect comes along, your innately male-orientated nature will shine through like the sun that rules your precious, sweet, desirable heart. Leos are lovers. They have fantasies in class. They are very smooth and warm and so determined to give you all the love that once they give you their love, you do not get this love in return. Then they act like a lion. They get wild and rowdy and loud and rude. They become destructive. They think of nothing but to get you back at the way that you gave to them. And it sure was good because they loved you enough that they wanted to give it back to you. So, the best thing for you to do is to share your love with the one you want to share your love with. Share it deeply. Share it with emotion. Share it spiritually. But just don't share it. Because in the long run, you may not be around long enough to share anything for Leo the lion. Virgo the Virgin, ruled by the planet Mercury, the intelligent planet of the solar system. You know, it is customary to say that Virgo is not enthusiastic about love, especially about sex. This isn't righteously true. They are less emotional than some other signs. You need and want warm personal relationships with the Virgos. Balance for your intellectual inclinations. Virgo without love can become dried up and emotional, and altogether too fussy about details that don't mean a thing. become prissy. But basically, you want love so much that you must make it your business not to take the easy way out. You must avoid the drawing into yourself or limiting your circle of friends and interests. Your sexual needs are not consistent but earthy and strong at times. Satisfying them with a casual relationship, provided it is met with warmness and sincerity, will not leave you with any type of guilt whatsoever, because you are really, really regulated. Don't be like some other signs, my Virgo and woman. You'll find it to be rather groovy. Love is a way of life for this air sign, Libra, ruled by the planet Venus, goddess of love and beauty. Although love is most important to you, you are neither highly emotional nor sexually passionate. You love the atmosphere of love, candlelight dinners, soft lights, and you love beautiful presents from your man, perfume, jewelry. Money arouses your sexual desires. You are very charming and you know how to make a man feel like a man. You must always have a man. If you don't, you will dream up one. You love to fantasize. You must have romance or you will become depressed. If you don't have a man around you to show off your neat figure, you may become a little chubby and neglect yourself. Librans love to please their man. They will go to any lengths to please him, and so sadly so, because sometimes he may never notice you. You Librans are attracted to those gentle humanitarians of the Zodiac, the Aquarians, also some of the exciting and fiery Aries, my Librans. Scorpio, ruled by the planet Pluto, is a water sign. Your sign rules the sexual organs, and your response to sex is indeed warm and passionate. You're one of those strongly interested in sexual gratification with or without love. As a matter of fact, you can hardly conceive of a relationship with a man without getting it on. You must always and will always have a sexual partner. You see, sex is like a meal to you. You must have it as many times as possible. Without sex, Scorpios cannot function properly. They become irritable. As much as you need sex, you also need love. And once you give this to someone, they will be loved for quite some time. And your casual sexual encounters cannot satisfy this need. You become quite unrealistic about anything and everything. Everything becomes easy because you have good control of your emotions, and when you don't get sex, it's difficult because those emotions are so deep that you cannot be happy by filling your time with trivial things. You must have the good things. And when you're hot, you're hot. And when you're not, you're not. So let's get it on. Sagittarius, ruled by the planet Jupiter, a fire sign. You love sex, and you are very enthusiastic about a new love affair. You love to flirt, sometimes tease your men. You make them think that you're more interested than you really are. You are another one of the signs that can take sex or leave it. When your sex nature is high, you have no difficulty engaging in a sexual affair without love. To you, it's just another experience. You do not do this just for fun. Your desires are very strong at these times. You can be a threat to another woman's man if that is what you want at that time. You are naturally friendly. You always have people around for companionship. You never make an enemy of an ex-lover. You seem to have the ability to keep former romantic partners as friends once the romance has cooled. You have been schooled. Be sweet, discreet, keep your soul. Capricorn, ruled by the planet Saturn, an earth sign. Your need for sex is strong. Your need for love is even stronger than your need for sex. However, you are so restrained that you tend to hide your true feelings of sexual desire. You are conservative and concerned about what other people think and say. Sometimes you seem to manage quite well with or without sex or love. And when you feel a lack of love creeping upon you from denying yourself, you may have a casual love affair. This is just to keep from becoming depressed and to build up your self-confidence. You would be much better off if you would admit your needs and desires, my Capricorn women. Like Libran women, money also plays an important part in your love life. You like to buy beautiful things and keep up with the latest fads. Capricorn women love having a man around, someone to admire her and fuss over her. You can too be very flirtatious at times, and you like having men that give you compliments. But oh, look out if you get too close, fellas. Your Capricorn women are attracted to the other earth signs of the Zodiac. Taurus and Virgo men. They're about the only one that can handle your dainty, petite soul, my Capricorn women. It is often said that you'll love the whole world. Aquarius, ruled by the planet Uranus, a planet of independence. This is an air sign. You seem to prefer casual contacts rather than very close relationships. For sex is merely a physical need, not of an emotional nature. You don't have hang-ups about sex. You take it as it comes, with or without love. Your rational mind sees sex as a need to be satisfied. You may be very much in favor of free love. You don't like to make a fuss about sex. You just like to enjoy it. Your physical needs are more important to you than love. You love to experiment with sex. Sometimes you go through many relationships and find it hard to make up your mind which one to settle down with. One minute you might think you're in love, and the next minute you might off and running again. Pisces is ruled by the planet Neptune. It is a water sign. As most emotional, insecure signs of the Zodiac, you need love, love, and more love. You will be miserable and unhappy without having someone on whom you could lavish affection and from whom to receive it in return. Pisces is noted for being self-sacrificing in a romantic relationship. This is the result of your great need for love. Your need for sex is much less strong, although it may not seem so to people who observe your punishment or becoming involved in sexual adventures. But actually, sex to you is a part of love, unimparted in itself. You seek through sex to establish a closer rapport with a loved one. When you feel really secure in someone's love, you can do without sex if necessary. But when you don't really feel secure in someone's love, which often happens since you are jealous and a worrier, you go from one love sex encounter to another. You want a close romantic relationship. Try always to have one. You enjoy helping others and listening to their problems. Pisces, in other words, you're just downright sweet, lovable people. Ain't that loving you, baby?